All right, so we're going to number 7. All right, so this person buys a car. He makes a down payment of 9,500 and makes a monthly payment of 380 for 5 years. How much is his payment for 1 year? So he makes a monthly payment of $380. He does that every month. How many months are there in a year? 12. So we're gonna multiply by 12. So how many is that? 380 times 12. Okay, so 4,560. Cool. Now on part B, this is the writing the equation. Okay, so how much did he spend? Well, what was his down payment? 9,500. And every year he was making this payment. So 4,560 times every year. Yeah. All right, on number 8, it says, what's the average amount of value that the van will lose every year? This is the depreciation one. This is the one that you divide. Okay, so you're going to take 42,500 and divide it by that 17 years. Okay, 42,500 divided by 17 is going to give me 2,500. So every year it's going to go down by 2,500. On part B, we're going to write the equation. So how much did we start with? 42,500. And every year we're losing 2,500. So we're going to say minus 2,500x. Yep. Which number are you talking about? Oh, like if it said annual percentage rate, that one you should have used, talking about from 4.1. Okay, so that one's going to be the monthly payment one. So if it says APR, you're going to use the monthly payment and then multiply by how many months and years you have, and that'll be your final payment. And then you compare, because normally it's option 1 versus option 2. Yeah. I do want to make a correction on 9, but what's up? 6, yes. I'm going to go back in just 1 second. On number 9, I think yesterday we talked through this. I do need to make a correction because I was rushing through it. When you are doing the straight line depreciation, you're still doing the 23,100. You divide it by, is it 5 years? How many years? 11. Okay. 23,100 divided by 11. That's going to give me 2,100. How much did you start with? Minus how much each year. The next one is the one where I made a mistake. He made a down payment of 4,200. Every month he did 360. But we're going to multiply that by 12 and then multiply that by X. The reason why we're multiplying it by 12 is because it's monthly payments. Yesterday we left off the 12. Okay. So you can combine these. So 360 times 12. This equation is going to be simplified to 4,200 plus 4,320x. Everybody see where I got that? Okay. And the place that they cross over, so you're going to graph both of these equations and see where they cross over, or set them equal to each other and see where they cross the x-axis. And it should have been 2.9 years. Yesterday we got the wrong one because we didn't include that 12. Okay, so make sure you make that correction. So these are monthly payments. We have to multiply it by 12, then multiply it by the years. Yesterday we left that off. All right, looking back at number 6, we're going to sketch an exponential decay model. So that's going to have a curve and it's going to go down. A linear decay model is going to be a straight line. Questions on that one? Yeah. On number 3, they have 2 options, $400 monthly payments for 3 years or $285 payments for 4 years, which is going to be the cheaper option. So when it says monthly payments, that means that we're going to take the number and multiply it by 12 and multiply it by the number of years. For option B, 285 times 12 times 4. You multiply those out and then say which one has less amount. So the first one was 14,400 and the second one was 13,680. So the second option would be better. And then you subtract those two. We good? Did we not do that one yesterday? Maybe not. Okay. So on this one, number 10, it's talking about depreciation, which is this formula. Okay. And so with that formula, what you're going to do is you're going to plug in your initial, which is 21,000. We don't know what the rate is, but in 5 years, it's going to equal 9,879. We talked about yesterday how the way to solve this, you can either plug it in, zoom in, and find the rate, or you can take this, new divided by the old, raise it to the 1 over how many years, and then subtract 1. So what that looks like is 9,879 divided by 21,000. We're going to raise it to the 1/5 power and then subtract 1. And when you plug that into your calculator, you're going to get 14. So pay attention to monthly or yearly expenses. Oh, what lengths could you assume would be made by a vehicle traveling at 50 miles per hour? Drag factor of 0.5. Remember, our formula is this. So what you're going to do is you're going to say 50 equals square root of 30 times, we don't know what D is, times 0.5. We're going to square both sides and then divide by 30 and then divide by 0.5. So square, divide by 30, divide by 0.5. And that's going to give me 166.67 miles per, I'm sorry, feet. Because we're dealing with